How y'all doing? This is Preacherman on day, and this is another Gotham Reviews Mondays. This week is Season 1, Episode 7, Episode 7. And what happens on this week's episode is we get the aftermath of Penguin still being alive, and Falcone and Maroni's Falcone's after Jim Gordon. And Jim Gordon goes into hiding, and what he does is he goes to work before this happens, and Falcone gets Richard's ass to go and get Jim Gordon, and a shootout happens in the police station, and Jim winds up getting hit. Well, Montoya and her partner get one of their examiners to patch Jim up, that way he can get better, and they take him back to his apartment. Well, when he goes back to his apartment, he is getting ready to go arrest the mayor and Falcone, but before this, Jim goes to see Bruce Wayne and brings Montoya and her partner there to meet up with Bruce, and he tells Bruce that if something happens to Jim Gordon, that Montoya and her partner would take over Bruce Wayne's family's murder, and that tells Bruce that Bruce can trust these detectives and they would do whatever it takes to find out what happened to why Bruce Wayne's parents got murdered. And Jim Gordon leaves and gets ready to go arrest the mayor and Falcone. He gets warrants up, and then Bullock comes and knocks on his door and is drunk and says that he'll help him. But before this, at the precinct, before Richard's ass show up, Bullock was going to shoot Jim Gordon, but Jim Gordon knocked him out and got the gun and got away before he could, and Harvey Bullock had a change of heart, decided not to kill him, he was going to help him. So Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock go to the mayor first, and they arrest him, and they take the mayor to Falcone's house. That way they could get into Falcone's house. And they go to arrest Falcone, and what happens is Falcone got Barbara King, and he's going to kill her if Jim Gordon don't surrender, and Jim Gordon does, and what happens is Falcone winds up letting Jim Gordon get away because him and Penguin's been working behind the scenes against Fish Mooney and Don Maroni, and Penguin's kind of a triple agent for for Falcone, and he gets Falcone to spare Jim Gordon's life. And after this, we find out why Penguin is in this position he is in now, because Penguin told Falcone what Fish was planning, and asked Falcone to let Jim Gordon be the one to kill him, because Penguin knew that Jim Gordon couldn't really kill him. And the whole thing that's been working through this season, it's all been pre-planned with Penguin and Falcone. So my question is for y'all is, what do y'all think is going to happen now that we know that Penguin's working with Falcone? As always, Preacherman, I'll be signing out, guys. Jesus, awesome.